Al Hilal have once again been one of the teams lighting up the AFC Champions League this season, as they now prepare for their fourth consecutive quarter-final appearance in the competition. The Blues from Saudi Arabia put together an incredible league phase and powered through a difficult two-legged last 16 knockout stage in dramatic fashion. With Mitrovic enjoying an incredible tournament and all the other big names like captain Salem Al-Dosari getting in on the act as well, there's no reason Al Hilal can't go on to secure their third title in 6 years. So let's see how they got here and became one of this year's final 8.
Big guns Al Hilal kick off their AFC Champions League Elite campaign with a trip to familiar foes Al Rayyan of Qatar. The hosts have got off to a slow start domestically, but will hope to improve on their 2 wins down the years against Al Hilal. Trezeguet and Gabriel Pereira will look to supply Roger Guedes up front. Al Hilal, meanwhile, were knocked out in the semis last season. Stars from back to front in their lineup. Neymar is still out. Mitrovic helped himself to 8 goals in last season's competition. Huge anticipation as Al Rayyan get off to a cracking start straight from kickoff as Roger Guedes unleashes the shot, but Bono is equal to it in the Al Hilal goal. Plenty of chances in the opening phase at both ends as slowly Al Hilal get back into it. The cross comes in here and it is brilliantly headed home by Milinkovic-Savic. A delicious cross from Malcolm right on the money, and that's 1-0 to Al Hilal. Al Rayyan come back strongly, a corner swung in and David Garcia rises highest. It's tipped over by Bono. 37th minute, another corner for Al Rayyan. And it's out towards Trezeguet to hit it first time from the edge of the box. It's a spectacular effort. It would have been one of the goals of the season. Just a little deflection there on its way through 8 minutes before half-time. 42nd minute and Al Rayyan doing all the running, but suddenly Al Hilal come forward and it's 2-0 to them. João Cancelo hitting it low and hard past the keeper. Malcolm again with the assist. Paulo Victor with no chance. And now Al Hilal are flying as the ball comes across again and 3-0. It's Marcos Leonardo who's found in the middle by João Cancelo. A clinical first half from Al Hilal as they lead 3-0 at the break, despite Al Rayyan causing them problems. Into the second half and another quick start from Al Rayyan. As is Guedes again with the chance, and this time he takes it. That's the goal back for the home side. A quick VAR check, but it counts. And that's a massive lift for them. Here they come again. The tails are really up. A couple of efforts coming in here. And a big save there from Bono. The ball back across. It's an almighty scramble and finally away. A magnificent game of football, end to end here. Al Hilal now with the cross towards Mitrovic, and his header ends up on the roof of the net, but he's appealing here for handball. VAR taking a look at it, and you see that it comes off Dazart. It is a penalty. Mitrovic here to make it 4-1. No, Paulo Victor with the save. What drama as it remains 3-1 to Al Hilal. That keeps Al Rayyan in it. Now wonderful skill from Salem Al-Dosari. He crosses the ball in. This is the chance of Malcolm. Off the post, back to Salem. The block there, and the header ends up going just wide. Unbelievable that Al Hilal didn't make it 4-1 there. Now the 86th minute, as we see more individual skill, and Salem is denied at the near post again by Paulo Victor. Deep into stoppage time, perhaps one last chance for Al Rayyan. As the chance here for Tamim Mamzour is prodded wide. Full-time 3-1 to Al Hilal. A wonderful advertisement for the AFC Champions League Elite. Al Hilal make a successful start. Al Rayyan can take heart, though, for their performance against one of the favourites to lift the trophy.
3 first-half goals from Milinkovic-Savic, Cancelo and Leonardo guaranteed a perfect start to the league phase for Al Hilal. A 3-1 win in the Ahmad bin Ali Stadium against Al Rayyan put 3 early points on the board for Jesus' side, and the players were hungry for more heading into match day 2 as Al Shorta travelled to Riyadh for the Blues' first home game of the league phase.
Last season's runners-up Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia face Iraq's Al Shorta on match day 2, with the two sides meeting for the first time since 2004. Al Hilal won their opener 3-1 with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Joao Cancelo and Marcus Leonardo all getting on the score sheet, and they'll be the favourites to add another 3 points here. Opponents Al Shorta did claim an impressive 1-1 draw in their game against Al Nassr on match day 1, but their form on their travels has been a sticking point, with just 2 wins in 15 AFC Champions League games away from home so far. Al Hilal, in their classic blue colours, have it on the right-hand side. They'll launch that one into the box. It's over for Milinkovic-Savic from close range, and it's in on the follow-up. With just over 10 minutes gone, Al Hilal take the lead. Marcus Leonardo in the right place at the right time. Milinkovic-Savic had time and space after the header came his way. His shot was saved, but the rebound fell kindly for Marcus Leonardo. Corner taken short from the left-hand side for Al Hilal. It's whipped into the box and it's headed into the bottom corner. 2-0 after just 15 minutes. Rayyan Lodi getting it into the middle, and Mitrovic buried it in the bottom corner. He's got 7 goals in 5 games in the Saudi Pro League. Now he's netted at AFC Champions League Elite level this season too. Al Shorta trying to get themselves back into the game somehow. Ahmed Yahia with the ball in for Moumouni. The header off target, but it's something at least for Al Shorta. Mohamed Dawood picks it up for Al Shorta, leaves it for Hussein Ali. Not a bad effort, that one. Al Shorta with another sign of life before the break here, but still nothing on target from the guests. That wasn't far away. 2-0 to Al Hilal at half-time. Can they go up a gear in the second half? Mitrovic picks that up in the D. Mitrovic leaves it for his teammates, and Salem Al-Dawsari was there. The second half is just a few seconds old, and already Al Hilal have their third. Al-Dawsari taking it over and hitting the bottom corner. Kasim for Al Shorta. Mohamed Ali cuts inside, struck it fiercely towards goal, and it was beaten away by Yassine Bounou. Again, Al Shorta trying to get something going here. Space on the right now for Cancelo. Can he get something across the area? There's 2 in there in the middle, and it only needs 1. Nasser Al-Dawsari is the one who can tap it home from right on the goal line, and it's 4-0 with just under 20 minutes to go. Space to attack once again. Al-Hamdan sent through on goal. Ahmed Fadil, the goalkeeper, got a crucial hand on that. Al-Qahtani with fresh legs down the right-hand side for Al Hilal. Got it over to Cancelo. That was onto the roof of the net with the keeper at full stretch. Close to another goal. Al Hilal all over the penalty area here in the final minute of stoppage time. Al-Qahtani drops it back for Kano. Mohamed Kano in the 5th minute of stoppage time. He's got goal number 5. Al Hilal have strolled to victory here. That's surely the final touch for Al Hilal. Al Shorta have actually given this one a good go, but Al Hilal were just too strong on the night. They make it 2 wins from 2 games with 8 goals scored now. Jorge Jesus and his team continue their excellent start to the new AFC Champions League Elite campaign. 5-0, the final score from Riyadh.
5 goals and 5 different goal scorers was what the Al Hilal fans had to enjoy as their side cruised to an emphatic win against the visitors from Iraq. And with another 3 points in the bag, the Blues found themselves top of the table in the West. Their next opponent wouldn't be quite as straightforward though, as Jesus and his squad went on the road again to face a dangerous Al Ain side in the Hamza bin Zayed Stadium on matchday 3.
Defending champions Al Ain host big guns Al Hilal 6 months after ending the Saudi side's hopes of lifting the trophy last season. That famous 5-4 victory on aggregate means Al Hilal will be looking to exact revenge on their opponents, who have yet to hit top gear so far this campaign, with a draw and a loss. They lost last time out to Al Gharafa with Soufiane Rahimi on the scoresheet. He scored a first-half hat-trick here in the first leg of last season's semi-final against Al Hilal. Neymar returns to the Al Hilal squad after long-term injury. His side have been in sensational form this season, their all-star cast firing them to a 5-0 win over Al Shorta in their last AFC Champions League Elite match. And the top side in the table attack from the offers. Rayyan Lodi here drives home the opener. 26th minute, and that is 1-0 to the away side. 39th minute, Al Ain definitely not out of this though, as Eric here squares the ball, and there's the equaliser for Rahimi. He slides it home, and it's game on now 6 minutes before half-time. Into stoppage time at the end of the first half, Al Hilal looking to recover from the blow of conceding. As Joao Cancelo goes on the overlap here, he clips the ball in, and Milinkovic-Savic is unmarked to head home for 2-1 to Al Hilal. It's a brilliant header, but where were the defenders? And still, it goes on here. In time added on, the ball through here for Salim Al-Dosari, and he slides it home brilliantly. It's a fantastic finish for 3-1 from a very wide position. Half-time 3-1 to Al Hilal after all that late drama. Al Ain with it all to do, but what a half of football that was. Just over an hour gone. It's been a fine performance in this second half as there's a chance for Al Ain, and they get another goal back. Lava with a fantastic ball across to fellow sub Sanabria, and it's 3-2. Al Hilal though come straight on the attack down the other end as that's 4-2 now. Milinkovic-Savic with the ball to Salim Al-Dosari, and they open up the 2-goal cushion again. But Al Ain are still not done here, as Rahimi cuts inside, goes for goal and scores for 4-3. This is a brilliant game of football in the AFC Champions League Elite. Rahimi at the double. Just over 15 minutes to go now in an end-to-end encounter, as there's an unstoppable drive from Salim Al-Dosari. It's wonderful for his hat-trick, and 5-3 to Al Hilal. As now is the time for Neymar to make his highly anticipated return. Just a couple of minutes after that though, there's a possible red card here for a handball against Al Bulehi. The VAR checks it, and it is a red card. Even more drama. 87th minute as Al Hilal come on the quick counter. Neymar with the shots, and it's just wide of the far stick. Curling away, it could have been a fingertip save there. Now on 95 minutes, we see a challenge coming in here. It's a clumsy one as Rahimi gets the penalty. He will step up here, and he slots it home with ease for 5-4, and that's his hat-trick. Yet another one for him against Al Hilal. Can Al Ain now get a late leveller? The ball comes in here towards Lava, and he's so close with the overhead kick. Al Hilal do get their revenge on Al Ain with an eventful 5-4 win, thanks largely to Salim. It means they stay top of the table. Al Ain remain on 1 point.
After an absolute rollercoaster ride and a 9-goal thriller in the UAE, the Blues managed to come out on top in the end and take another big 3 points with them back to Saudi Arabia. A 9-point total meant they remained sitting pretty at the top of the table, but had fellow Saudi Pro League sides Al Ahly and Al Nasser hot on their heels. That meant they couldn't afford to take their foot off the pedal heading into matchday 4, with a home match against the Iranian side Esteghlal next on the cards. Al Hilal take on Esteghlal from Iran in the Kingdom Arena, with Jorge Jesus' side looking to make it 4 straight wins in the West. Esteghlal have just 1 win to their name so far and slowly need to pick up more points to remain in the top 8 in the table. Neymar is slowly getting back to full match fitness and is in Al Hilal's squad today, but remains on the bench before kickoff, while Mitrovic, Cancelo, Malcolm and Al-Dosari all start. Rayyan has been Esteghllal's shining light during what has been a difficult and disappointing season on both the domestic and continental stage for the side from Iran. And number 10 is their leading goal scorer with 5 in all competitions. It's an energetic start from both sides here in the Kingdom Arena. Esteghlal has a good first chance here, and it's off the inside of the post. And then Bono makes the save, although I'm not too sure he knew much about it. Fantastic header from Rayyan. Al Hilal coming back the other way. Misplaced cross from Al Hamdan. Al-Dosari does really well, puts the ball into the middle, and then Mitrovic puts it over the crossbar. Audacious attempt from the number 9. Al Hilal starting to pile the pressure on now. Certainly got a grip on this game. Nasser Al-Dosari with the ball into the middle, and of course Mitrovic is there to put the finishing touches on it. No one dealing with the delivery. And Mitrovic stays on side, nicks it at the back post. Just over half an hour gone. It's been all Al Hilal in this first half. Looks like another chance here. Salam Al-Dosari forces a good save. Might be another, and there is work to do for Hosseini. Does really well to keep both Al-Dosari and Al Hamdan out. Esteghlal struggling to come to terms here. Might be another goal, and there is. Lovely one-touch football. Rayyan Lodi with the ball across the face of goal. And of course, Mitrovic is there to pick up his second, 16th in all competitions this season. Masharipov. Still Masharipov, lines up the shot. It's not a bad one. Bono forced to make a really good save. Fingertip over the crossbar. Al Hilal 2-0 up at the break. 66th minute of play here. Mitrovic with the ball back to Lodi, and I'll tell you what, Hosseini has made a fair few saves already, but that might be the pick of the bunch. Neymar on the pitch, second half substitute. Cross towards the back post. Mitrovic with a hat-trick. The big number 9 just keeps on scoring. That's a really well-taken header. Less than quarter of an hour still to go. Mitrovic lays it off to Malcolm. Well, Hosseini has without doubt been Esteghllal's busiest but best player out there today. Into the final 5 minutes of the game. Ndong with a long-range effort. Simple save for Bono, though. So Al Hilal continue their perfect start and pick up another big 3 points to take their tally to 12 after 4 games played, and with that remain top of the table in the West. A hat-trick from star striker Aleksandar Mitrovic had the home fans on their feet as Al Hilal breezed to victory again with a clean sheet to boot. The Blues were showing no signs of slowing down, and with maximum points at the top of the league table, looked destined to continue their fantastic run. But waiting for them on match day 5 was a difficult trip to Qatar, where a dangerous Al Sadd side were ready to try and dampen the mood.
Both Al Sadd and Al Hilal look well placed to advance from the group stage as they clash on match day 5 in Doha. Al Sadd are 4th, just behind Al Hilal, and looking good to progress for the first time in 4 seasons. Last time out they claimed a 1-1 draw against Al Wasl, Saiz grabbing the leveller. Al Hilal won 3-0 against Esteghlal in their last AFC Champions League Elite match. Mitrovic again the hero with a hat-trick. However, they saw their long unbeaten run domestically ended on Saturday against Al Khalej. Neymar is again missing for the away side, but his team are on top from the off. In comes the corner, and it's an easy tap-in the end for Ali Al-Balehi. Salem Al-Tazori with the corner. It's a flick on, and that's a simple tap-in. 1-0 to Al Hilal after a bright start. And that continues as Al Hilal go for the cushion. Corners are causing a problem. Mitrovic this time just heading narrowly over. 10 minutes to go before half-time, though, as Al Sadd finally come forward. It's Atal cutting inside on that left foot. He doesn't quite catch hold of it, and it's an easy save for Bono. Coming towards the end of the first half, we've had chances at both ends. As Leonardo here pulls the trigger, and it's a sensational save there from Basham. Deflected on its way through. It's full stretch. Half-time, Al Hilal well on top away from home, but only that early goal to show for it. Into the second half, and Al Sadd with a decent start here. As Afif picks up the ball and goes for goal as well. It looks as though it just zipped wide. In the replay, we can see here Bono with the fingertip save. Just over an hour gone now. Al Hilal perhaps can show what they can do, as there's a wicked cross in there, and Mitrovic, it's off the bar on the stretch. A brilliant cross towards him by Nasser, and it's so very nearly 2-0. Afif is starting to run the game now for Al Sadd with just under 20 minutes remaining. His low ball in is converted by Otavio. He's only been on a couple of minutes. As the replay comes in, he is onside. VAR having a quick look at it. It does count. It's 1-1 with just under 20 minutes to play. Al Sadd now looking to get the advantage as the cross is cleared here. As far as Camera to pull the trigger, and it deflects just wide. It could have gone absolutely anywhere as Al Sadd are building up ahead of steam. The resulting corner here, it's a flicked header from Tariq Salman, and it's off the bar. Both sides now have seen efforts come off the woodwork. Now straight up the other end as Al Hilal want to go back ahead here. Milinkovic Savic, and it's blocked and just wide. Another let-off there for Al Sadd. He'll be disappointed he didn't finish it off. Deep into stoppage time as the cross comes in towards Mitrovic. Straight at the keeper and away to safety there for Al Sadd. A tight and tense finish to the match. It ends all square at 1-1. The result sees Al Sadd drop to 5th, while Al Hilal move up to 2nd as both remain unbeaten.
Despite taking an early lead, Al Hilal had to settle for a draw against a very competitive and resilient Al Sadd side. And with Al Ahly picking up another win elsewhere, the Blues dropped to 2nd in the league table with a 13-point total to their name. But the winter break would provide the perfect opportunity to regroup and refocus, with a home game against Al Gharafa in the new year to come next on match day 6.
Already qualified, Al Hilal host Qatar's Al Gharafa, with the visitors desperate for 3 points to stay in top 8 contention. Al Hilal dropped points for the first time this season as they drew 1-1 with Al Sadd last week. Al-Bulahi got the goal to open the scoring and keeps his place. Al-Sharani comes in at left back. Al Gharafa lost 3-1 to Al Hilal's rivals Al Nassr, Joselu with their goal, but they lost Seydou Sano to a red card. Al Hilal are unbeaten at home in continental competition in 9 matches, and they really hit the ground running in this match. Just over quarter of an hour gone. As we see some patient play, the cross coming in deep here, and the header there is knocked across by Malcolm, and Sergio Rico has to claw it over the top of the goal. It almost dropped in at the far post. Just a couple of minutes later, and it's more patient play from Al Hilal, as we see Al Sharani with the cutback, and that's an explosive finish from Marcus Leonardo for 1-0. It's an absolute cracker. He just manages to get it under the bar. There is a quick VAR check, but it is cleared, and Al Hilal leads. Just under 10 minutes to go before half-time. It's all one-way traffic, as the ball is crossed here towards Leonardo again, and he hooks over the bar. Al Hamdan with the assist there, and almost 2-0. 41st minute now, and a clever free kick. Routine here puts Malcolm in again. The double chance. Sergio Rico denying him the first time, and he couldn't finish on the rebound. Sergio Rico is certainly overworked. The last minute of the first half, as Al Hamdan here is played through, and it's another terrific stop from Sergio Rico with that left arm. Still, they continue coming into time added on. It's down the left here. There's the cutback, and Malcolm, and it's off the bar this time. He's not had the greatest of luck in front of goal. Half-time, almost complete dominance from Al Hilal, but still Al Gharafa in it, only one down. It continues though in the second half with the home side on top. This is Malcolm again, and Sergio Rico saving at the near post. Malcolm weaving, and those two are having a real battle. Just over 20 minutes to go, as we see Salem here with wonderful skill, and he can't beat Sergio Rico though with the shots. It's another brilliant stop. Sergio Rico keeping his team in it, as Al Hilal just cannot finish the visitors off. 82nd minute, as Mitrovic, who came on 10 minutes ago, he pulls the trigger and finally makes it 2-0. He beats Sergio Rico. The goalkeeper will be disappointed he didn't save it though. 85th minute, and a corner for Al Hilal. It's floated in, and Milinkovic-Savic heads home. It's 3-0, and the floodgates may well have opened now. An easy header there for Milinkovic-Savic. A full time though, it does end 3-0 to Al Hilal. The least they deserve after Sergio Rico did so much to keep the scoreline down for Al Gharafa. That puts Al Hilal top of the table, Al Gharafa a 10th, but hopeful of sneaking into the top 8.
A 3-0 home win was the perfect start to 2025 for Mitrovic and company, with the Serbian striker on the scoresheet once again. And with Al Ahly dropping points elsewhere, Al Hilal found themselves top of the table again in the West, with an excellent goal difference and a healthy 16-point total. Their next test at home and a chance to remain unbeaten came in the form of Persepolis, who made the trip to the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh on matchday 7. With Al Hilal already comfortably through to the next round, the 4-time competition winners will now try and secure top spot in the table in their final 2 games. Persepolis, on the other hand, are in 8th and still need points on the board to book their last 16 ticket, and defeat today would leave them fighting for survival and relying on others on the final match day. Jesus is without Mitrovic today, but can rely on a strong starting 11, with Leonardo leading the line in attack with 19 goals in all competitions this season. Ali Alipur has been the main man up front this season for the Iranian champions, and joining him in attack today is debutant Serdar Tursun, who arrived on a free from Turkish side Alanyaspor in the January transfer window. Al Hilal all in blue here in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, off to a very promising start. Malcolm on the move with a very promising run here, still going. Malcolm! What a solo goal from the number 77. Surprisingly, his first goal in this year's AFC Champions League Elite. What a way to get off the mark. Lovely little chip over the keeper, and then in off the post to give Al Hilal a 1-0 lead. 24th minute. The 4-time champions coming forward again here. It's been a blistering start from the home side. Cancelo from outside the box. Gendouzi in goal will probably feel he could have done better there. The game skimming off the surface. And then, despite a touch on the ball, can't keep it from finding that bottom corner. It's been one-way traffic here all night. Here comes Malcolm again, lovely little through ball. Al-Dosari rounds the keeper and then slots it home. And Al Hilal are really enjoying themselves here. Malcolm, the goal scorer, turns provider. Al-Dosari puts the finishing touches on another fantastic Al Hilal move here. Into stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Ball comes to Al-Dosari, and what a goal! Just when you thought they couldn't get any better, the 33-year-old captain comes up with his 6th Champions League goal of the season, and by far his best. 4-0 at the break here in Riyadh. Not quite as action-packed here in this second half, with all the damage done in the first. Milinkovic-Savic with a lovely dink over the top and a chance here to make it 5. But thankfully, Gendouzi able to get a hand on it. It's a lovely ball over the top, and Al-Harbi nearly in off the crossbar there. Al Hilal coming forward again. Milinkovic-Savic from an acute angle. Well, Gendouzi was going to take some beating there. Does well to hold his ground at his near post and keep the ball out. It looks like it will go down to the final day of the league phase for Persepolis, who've really struggled here. But I tell you what, they might have a penalty. VAR are taking a look at this. It's a foul on Issa Al-Qasr, and it will be a penalty. So a chance for Persepolis to peg one back. Georgi Gvelesani steps up and finds the bottom left-hand corner to give Persepolis fans at least something to shout about right at the end. But it's Al Hilal who claim all 3 points to go top of the league table on 19 points with another impressive win, while Persepolis still have work to do heading into the final match day of the league phase, with their fate still up in the air. Final score in Riyadh, Al Hilal 4, Persepolis 1. Another convincing win for Al Hilal, now guaranteed a top 2 finish, with a place in the next round already secured. But the Blues were determined to finish first come the end of the league phase, and with Al Ahly matching them game for game, one more win was required to get the job done and be crowned the best in the West. And so it was off to the Zabiel Stadium in Dubai to face Al Wasl on the final match day. Al Wasl and Al Hilal have already qualified for the last 16, but both teams head into the final match day at the Zabiel Stadium in Dubai with a point still to prove. The hosts from the UAE will want to end their league phase on a high after a disappointing 4-0 defeat to Al Nassr last time out, while the 4-time champions of Asia from Saudi Arabia can finish top of the table with a win. Fabio Lima and Caio Canedo have been Milojevic's best performers this season, and the dynamic duo will have a big part to play again today. Malcolm and Neves travel with the squad to Dubai but start on the bench, with January signing Caio Cesar given a chance to impress on the wing and Mohamed Kano partnering Milinkovic-Savic in holding midfield. That's a strong start to the game from the home side in yellow, Al Wasl. A lot of the ball here. These opening stages, lovely ball threaded through the middle and a chance to break the deadlock in the 3rd minute of play. And the second one following shortly thereafter. Caio Canedo off the post, and then Takashi Uchino gets underneath the strike and sends it over the crossbar. It's a ferocious start here from Al Wasl as they continue to pile the pressure on. Denied by the woodwork. Looked like it might be heading in. Otherwise, at full stretch was never going to get there. Yet to see much from Al Hilal here this evening. Al-Dosari with the cross, header down, chance here! And well, it's against the run of play. Zniti, the goalkeeper, unable to get a real hold of the ball. Leonardo pouncing at the opportunity. His toe pokes it over the goal line. Just like that, Al Hilal have the lead. The visitors, all of a sudden, now sprung into life as well to make this a cracking encounter between these two. Chance here for Al Hilal again. Snitty this time does much better with the stop. Caio Cesar, the left-footed effort, rather central, allows Snitty to make that save. Deep into stoppage time of the first half, 5 minutes added on. Lovely little spin there. Leonardo off the crossbar. Well, both teams with plenty of chances to score goals here. It remains at just a 1-0. Great defending there from Takashi Uchino. So, a slender 1-0 lead at the break for Al Hilal as we head into the second half. Al Hilal looking to finish top of the table. Ball out wide. And back inside to Al-Dosari. 2-0 now the score, as the Al Hilal captain gets in on the act as well. It's a really well-worked goal. Unselfish play by Al-Hamdan. Could have easily gone for goal himself. Decides to pass it across to his captain. Just like that, Al Hilal double their lead. Is there a reply from Al Wasl? Performance today certainly deserves one. They've been hitting the woodwork more than the back of the net, as Fabio Lima, his left-footed strike skim off the top of the crossbar. Quarter of an hour still to go. And Al Wasl salvage something here. Ding towards the back post. It's just not their day. Takashi Uchino with the header, but I think it comes off Nasser Al-Dosari. Final minutes of this contest, well and truly underway. 93rd minute of play. Fabio Lima lines it up. But Alois with a firm save to push it away from danger. So in the end, Al Hilal finished the league phase undefeated and top of the pile in the West with an impressive 22-point total, while Al Wasl will be disappointed with back-to-back defeats but finish 5th and can try to get back to winning ways in the last 16 as both sides move on to the next round. What a way to end the league phase in style. A 2-0 win away from home against Al Wasl would see Al Hilal finish the league phase unbeaten with 7 wins and a draw to be proud of. An impressive 22-point total and a superior goal difference would hand the Blues the most preferable last 16 tie, where they would face Pakhtakor from Uzbekistan over 2 feisty and intense legs. Al Hilal travelled to Tashkent to face Pakhtakor as the first leg of their last 16 clash gets underway. The side from Uzbekistan only just qualified for the knockout stages, while the Blues from Saudi Arabia finished top of the pile in the West, scoring an impressive 26 goals in the process. Rayyan has hit the ground running since joining Pakhtakor in January, with 2 goals in as many Champions League games for his new side. However, the hosts are without their captain, Sabir Hojayev, after his sending off on match day 8. Mitrovic is still nursing a hamstring injury, so goal machine Marcos Leonardo leads the line alone in attack, with Caio Cesar and Al-Dosari on the wings and Malcolm in the middle. 8th minute, very strong starts here from the home side in yellow. Pakhtakor coming forward down the left side, ball into Riascos. And the January arrival with a diving header. Tries to nick it inside the near post. Inches wide in the end. Back the other way just a few moments later. Hilal, the slow start to this game. Here comes the delivery, and a header there for Marcos Leonardo. But he too unable to find the target. It was a good cross by Cesar. 27th minute, Pakhtakor piling on the pressure here, midway through the first half. With a hopeful effort, leaning back there by Hamdamov. Every right to go for goal. Just a minute later, Riascos, upper body strength to hold off the challenge. Whips a ball into the middle, chance here for Flammarion, and Pakhtakor have the breakthrough. It's the 2 January arrivals combining beautifully. As Flammarion scores his first goal for his new club. Gets in front of the defender, Khalifa Al-Dosari there, and puts it away beautifully. Pakhtakor with confidence running through their veins now. Looking for a second, Alijanov pulls the trigger. Forces a really good save by Yasin Bono. Had to get down early, didn't quite get his hands on it. Managed to keep it out in the end. So 1-0 in favour of Pakhtakor at the break. On the verge of what would be a very, very memorable win. They can hold on here in the second half. 60th minute of play. Al Hilal desperately looking for a way back into this. As Caio Cesar tries his luck from outside the box. Saw the space open up. Just drags the effort wide. Al Hilal coming forward again. A little bit more intent in their play now. And Milenkovic Savic with a free header. Just drifts away from the defender. No one around him. Really should be hitting the goal from there. Pakhtakor. Some nice one-touch football here. Ball forward from Alijanov to Khalmatov. Not once, but twice. Unable to put it in the back of the net. Credit to Kano. He does really well to get back for the clearance off the line. Final chance for Al Hilal. The clock ticking down. Haven't got long left now. Al Hamdan with the opportunity. Easy save though. So for the first time in 9 meetings between the two sides, Pakhtakor come out on top. They'll still have to travel to Riyadh next week, where Al Hilal will try and turn the tide in the second leg.
It's time for 4-time champions Al Hilal to stand up and be counted as they host Pakhtakor in the second leg of the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League Elite. Pakhtakor won the first leg by 1-0, and Al Hilal head coach Jorge Jesus admitted his side were below par in the extreme weather conditions. He has to make do without Aleksandar Mitrovic, who is out with an irregular heartbeat, while Milenkovic Savic has muscular problems. Cancelo is also missing. Pakhtakor, meanwhile, have their noses in front in the tie and may well park the bus in order to get through to the quarter-finals for the first time since 2020. Flammarion will be sniffing for chances as he did last week, getting the only goal. It's Al Hilal who pile the pressure on from the off. However, they've been frustrated so far by the Pakhtakor defence. But suddenly there's a chance there as Hamad Al-Yami pulls away. Marcos Leonardo forces a save from Jonathan. Into the 30th minute, the pressure's starting to tell here. As there's a lovely ball here for Kano. It's a beautiful ball across, and there is the opener. It's Hamad Al-Yami with a cracking finish. 1-0 on the night and all square on aggregate. What a ball that is, and a quality header right into the corner. Just a couple of minutes later, as Hamad Al-Yami is running riot here, the ball across, and what a save! Absolutely stunning from Jonathan. It's one of the saves of the season as Moteb Al-Habi thought he makes it 2-0, but it isn't. 41st minute, and that's a brilliant slide rule pass here from Kano through to Malcolm, and it's 2-0 finally. He slides it home so calmly given the circumstances, and Al Hilal lead 2-1 on aggregate. At half-time, it's 2-0 on the night to Al Hilal. It's all going to plan as they've turned it around on aggregates. But coming into the second half, there's a big chance here for Pakhtakor. It's lovely play from Ali Jonov. The shooting chance is gone across, and what a save that is by Bono. Absolutely incredible. The mishit shot here from Ali Jonov falls to Flammarion, and he couldn't finish due to the interception there from the keeper. Almost straight up the other end now. As Salam gets into the box, he goes down, he's clattered by Ali Jonov, and that's a penalty. It's not been Ali Jonov's night so far, as Salem picks himself up to take the resulting spot kick. And there was no real doubt, he makes it 3-0, 3-1 on aggregate, and Al Hilal are clear. Into the 73rd minute now, and Al Hilal are trying to pick off Pakhtakor. As there's a beautiful ball forward for Marcos Leonardo, and the strike flashes across the face of goal. Into time added on, Al Hilal have been teasing Pakhtakor as they try and create one last chance. There's a square ball here, and it's the tap-in for Nasser for 4-0. He's just come on as sub, and he finishes off Pakhtakor as it's 4-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, as Al Hilal come back and avoid an upset against battling Pakhtakor. The Saudis safely through to the quarter-finals.
So after a difficult first leg and their first defeat so far, the Blues managed to turn it around in style with an incredible performance in front of a home crowd to book a fourth consecutive appearance in the quarter-finals of the competition. Waiting for them are Gwangju, who have already shown that they are a force to be reckoned with this season. Can Al Hilal go all the way? We can't wait to find out.
أول شيء أنا فخور إني ألعب في نادي الهلال، أفضل نادي في دوري أبطال آسيا للنخبة. تحديات كثيرة طبيعي من بدايتي من البراعم. صبرت كثير من وأنا صغير، صبرت لأني أطمح إني أكون في الفريق الأول. الحمد لله لي تقريبا 3 سنين وأنا معهم الحمد لله. أفضل لحظة كانت لي في الفريق الأول هي كانت تحقيق دوري أبطال آسيا 2021 بعد الحين موسم الرياض. طبعا أنا إذا ما كان عندي تمرين وإجازة يوم أنا أروح البوليفارد، أروح الدرعية. أكيد شعور جميل إنك تلعب في نادي الهلال، والنادي الهلال جماهيريا في كل أنحاء العالم. أنا طبعا قدوتي ليونيل ميسي، محليا سعودي أحب لعب صراحة يوسف الثنيان.
Al Hilal captain Salim Al Dosari has led by example in this year's competition, especially since the injury to star striker Alexander Mitrovic. The 33-year-old Saudi Arabia international has contributed with 8 goals and 1 assist in the AFC Champions League this season, and has been at the heart of Al Hilal's journey back to the top. But with a number of hurdles still in the way, can Al Dosari guide his team to glory? With the form he's in, we know he'll be giving it his best shot.